So apparently flirting has rules, but no one ever sent me the handbook because it tell me why this woman who's very much taken keeps giving me these confusing signals. You know, the type 1 moment is acting totally normal and the next there's this undeniable. Something in Thier, it's like the mood shifts, her energy changes and you're left wondering, is Etriel? Or am I just imagining this I fluve? Ever caught yourself thinking, wait, is she into me or am I losing Mimond? Then trust me, you're not alone. You're definitely not crazy because women who are taken can still feel attraction. The signs are subtle, forbidden, and often unspoken, but they're either and today we're decoding them. I'm breaking down the 10 signs you need to know. These aren't just playful behaviors or friendly gestures, these are deeply rooted in psychology, body language, and human emotion. And if you stick around until the very end, 5 go-to bonus sign that's more powerful than Neil. The others combined, it's the one most men never see coming, but once you know it, you'll never miss it. Again, welcome to Dark Psychology, your go-to canal for real, relatable, and raw her. Voice becomes softer around Yakno Edvis on love attraction and the messy gray areas in between sin murder 1. Voice becomes softer around you. A woman's voice can reveal more than her words ever will. And that's not just poetic. It's backed by research. Studies published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior show that women unconscious hone their vocal tone. When speaking to a man, they're attracted to it's not loud, it's not obvious, it's soft, warm, or more melodic, sometimes even a little. How does she speak to others? Breathy, and no, she's not lickaching. A cold, here's what you need to pay attention to. How does she speak to others? Is her tone neutral, brisk, or businesslike? With most people, but then different with you if her voice soft and chin. You're around. If it sounds like she's letting her guard down, that's not random. That's instinct. Let's say you're Rain. A group, she's having a conversation with others. Clear, confident, maybe even sharp. But then she turns to you and her tone drops just a notch. It becomes smoother, slower, and there's even a how she laughs, slight lill in her voice. That's a signant. If she laughs more easily around you, especially at things that aren't even that funny, that's not about the joke heights. About you. Laughter is a psychological signal of comfort and attraction. It's the body's way of saying, I like how I feel when I'm around you. Now, yes, some women are naturally soft-spoken. If her voice shifts noticeably in your presence, if she speaks to you differently than any O'Neill's, that's a green light in disguising. Number 2, she makes subtle chin gesto. Her apparence hears the truth. Women don't dress up how she dresses for everyone. They dress up for the one who matters. If she suddenly seems to be paying more attention to her appearance when you're around, you need to take a notice. And I'm not talking about a red carpet level glow up. I mean the smelly mist changes, a spritz off perfume that lingers just enough to catch your attention. A fresh coat of lip gloss she wasn't wearing yesterday, an outfit that feels just a bit more put together, tailored, flattering, even a pop-off color. She knows you once compliment teeters where it gets more interesting doze. She fix her hair while talking too. That's not vanity. Does she adjust her clothes or slightly check her reflection? When you're a nerbie, that's not vanity, that's biology. When a woman is attracted to someone, she naturally wants to present her best self in their presence, even if she's already taken. Let's take a real-world example. Say, if you see her at work or the gym, places where comfort usually trumps fashion. If she was always casual before, but now there's more polish to her look in days, she knows she'll see you. That's not coincidence. Posture matters. 2-ish, standing a little taller, walking with more confidence, tilting her chin slightly when she knows you're nearby. She finds ways to be near. These are unspoken efforts to be seen. Tobe remembered to stand out, but only in your eyes. Now, let's not assume every well-dressed woman is secret liner S in you, but if she makes targeted timed changes that align with your presence, that's a message and it's louder than you think. Sign number 3, finds ways to be near. If where attention goes, energy flows. If she's always around you, it's not just a coincidence. Traction isn't just felt, it's acted on, and one of the most revealing ways a woman shows at proximity, she may not say she wants to, she suddenly shows up being near you, but her behavior will scream it. Has she started sitting closer than before? Does she suddenly show up in places where you're usually found? Even Neef. She never used to be there, maybe choose to sit across the room in meetings or classes. Now she's beside you. Mabesh wasn't into coffee before, but now you randomly bump into her at your favorite cafe, or she just happens to take the same gym class you go to every Tuesday. It's not by chance. This is behavioral science at play. People naturally gravitate toward those they're attracted to, even when they're not fully this. Is behavioral science at play? Conscious of it, but it gets deeper. Here's what you really want to look for. To she linger after a conversation? She'll hang around a bit longer than necessary in group settings. Does she somehow always end up next to you, even when she had other options? These are not accidental patterns. Attraction pulls people in, literally her presence in your space, her nearness, her comfort level when she's beside you. All attraction pulls people in off. That says something gend. Remember, this isn't about stalking behavior. She's not tracking your every move, but emotionally. She wants to be close, even if she never touches you. Even if she doesn't say a word. Her consistent proximity is a message, one that whispers, I feel something, and I want to be near it. Sign number 4, subtle physical tuition. It comes to attraction. Nothing is truly accidental, especially touch. A touch woman who's into you will find small, almost unnoticeable ways to make a physical contact. It could be as minor as brushing against your arm, picking a piece of lint off your shirt, playfully tapping you when she laughs, resting her hand just a little too long on your shoulder. These tiny moments of contact, they're not just gestures, they're emotional anchors. Why? Because the human brain is wired to respond powerfully to touch, especially from someone very attracted to. Social psychology researches that touch triggers oxytocin, the spark-bending hormone. Even a soft graze can activate emotional connection, and when men know this instinctively. If she's making excuses to touch you even lightly, she's creating a bridge, a connection, a sparklets. Make this real. Maybe she gives you a high five, but lets her hand linger just a second too long. Maybe when she walks past, her hand lightly brushes the small of your back, or maybe she'll give Sue a playful push when joking, but doesn't do that with anyone else. Frequency is the key. A one-off touch, any off-touch may be coincidence, but if she does it again and again in different settings, that's a pattern. And patterns reveal truth. Want to test? Try gently placing your hand on her forearm while laughing or making a point during a conversation. Watch what happens next. Does she pull away quickly, or does she lean into it or even touch you back later? That's urbity talking. And body language never leaves. Sign number 5, she acts differently around you. When a woman, she acts differently around you, likes you, she might not say it, but she'll show it, especially in how shit changes around you, because people are creatures of habit. We usually behave consciously, but when someone we're emotionally drawn to enters the room, that consistency breaks. Something shifts. Suddenly, she's fidgeting with her hands, or she starts playing with her hermabe. Her voice cracks ever so slightly. She stumbles over her words. That's not nervousness. That's chemistry colliding with restraint. On the flip side, some women don't get shy. They don't get shy playful. They tease you more than others. They laugh harder, engage more, and seem fully present when you're speaking. There are women who open up emotionally. They start asking deeper questions. They give you their undivided attention. Valiant in literally and emotionally hair show. To spot the difference, observe her with others first. Is she confidential, lax, and direct with them, but suddenly quieter or more playful around? Or maybe she's generally reserved, but with you, she becomes more expressive or alive, more emotionally available. Picture this: you're in a group, she's laid back, making conversation but themament. You walk in her posture. Chenjesh tucks her hair behind her ear. Shed adjusts her clothes. She touches her necklace or bites her lip. That's her subconscious reacting to you. Because the attraction is a disruptor. It doesn't just alter thoughts, it alters behavior. And when someone behaves differently, Orange you, that difference is a window in tow, how they really feel sign number her. I6 her eyes tell the truth. They say thighs are the window to the soul, and when it comes to attraction, they're also thelodist truth tellers. Because the eye scan lie intentionally, but when it comesto, someone you're secretly into, they rarely do. If you want to know how a woman really feels about you, don't overanalyze her words, watch her eyesties. Isn't just a gut feeling, it's backed by science. A study in the Journal of Research and Personality found that prolonged eye contact increase emotional connection and romantic feelings. It's a primal response, so hers. What to look for, frequent glance. Keeps looking at you when she thinks you're not watching, then looks away, this conjure eyes. Meet. That's no randomness. That's interest, Timmy Dunspoken, and real lingering. Eye contact of. She holds your gaze just a moment longer than usual, even half a second longer than she does with others. That's her giving you access to her emotions. Longer than usual, and then there's the biological give you. Most people miss dilated pupils. When we see someone we're attracted to, our pupils naturally get bigger. It's an unconscious chemical reaction, your brain telling your body, I like this, this all happens. In milliseconds, it's not Planedate's raw instinct. Here's something you can try next time. You're in a conversation, hold her gaze just a fraction longer than usual. Don't force it, just linger if she holds it too. Even subtly, that's not just confidence deep. Questions, that's chemistry rising to the surface, seen if her eyes soften when she looks A2. If they seem to flicker with curiosity, kindness, or something. Deeper, may be saying nothing, but her heart just might be speaking. Sign number 7, dives into deep questions. People who don't care about you, they don't ask about the things that matter. But when a woman is truly attracted to you, even if she's taken, she go beyond small talk because attraction isn't just about emotional curiosity face level chemistry, it's about emotional curiosity. She's not just attracted to your appearance, she's drawn to your mind. Now ask yourself this, ask things like, how was your weekend? Or does she lean in and ask if money didn't matter, what would you do with your life? Does she ask, what drives you? What scares you? What's something no one knows about you? These aren't just questions, they're her way of saying, I want to understand you, the real yowdy tail send. Pay attention to how she reacts to your answers. Does she just smile and move on? Or does she lean in, ask more questions, remember details, even open up herself a cause? When a woman starts revealing her own inner world, her dreams, regrets, fears, that's vulnerability, that's emotional trust, that's intimacy in motion. And that's not something she shares with just anyone. So next time y'all talk to her, notice the depth of your conversation. If it feels more like a late night soul talk than a casual chafe-in, you're no longer just some guy tower, you're becoming someone she wants to connect with emotionally, mentally, and maybe even more. Sign number 8, micro reactions of jealousy. Is the emotion that Revel Schwab pride tries to hide. Even if she's taken, she's not immune to jealousy, and if she's secretly attracted to you, even on a subconscious level, you'll see it in her reactions. But here's the twist, she's never going to say, I'm jealous, that jealousy will be too obvious, too vulnerable, too risky. Instead, it comes out in fleeting moments. Those quick, barely noticeably irritations that speak volumes. Here's what to watch for. Let's say you casually mention another woman, a friend, corkerer, even a date you went on. Now pause and observe, does her tone suddenly shift? Does she downplay the other woman, saying things like, she doesn't seem like your type, or she looks high maintenance? That's not just an opinion, that's in reaction. Or maybe she laughs, but there's a sting behind the joke. Wow, she must be special. If you're bringing her up, that's disguised envy. In some cases, it's even subtler. She might go quiet, change the subject, withdraw emotionally, or suddenly start talking about her own partner, Asif, to remind you that she's taken. That's not Coincidence? That's territorial tension, emotional friction between dio. Jealousy isn't just about wanting what you can't have. It's about fearing that someone else might take what you wish you had the right to in. So if you mention another woman and notice any of these subtle emotional shifts, even if she masks it with a smile, she's telling you far more than she realizes. Sign number 9, her body language speaks louder than words. Words can lie, but body language, that's where the truth lives. Especially when Simeon's feelings are too complicated, too forbidden, or too risky to admit out. Body language called. A woman may never say outright that she's into you, especially if she's already in a relationship, but her body will always speak first, and it rarely whispers. Here's what to look for when Simone is attracted to you. Their body does certain things. Automatically, they lean in closer. When you speak, their posture opens up rather than closing off. Their hands, feet, even their torso are reoriented toward you even when they have other people around. That's not just openness, that's attention with intention. Ever noticed attention with intention? Her tilt her head while listening to you thoughts, not just being polite. It's a classic sign of curiosity. An emotional language, or maybe you notice something goals. Something subtle but powerful. She starts to mirror you. If you cross your arms, she does too. If you lean back, she leans back. This is called mirroring, and it's one of the most deeply rooted signs of connection. It signals rapport, comfort, and desire to sync. Then there's misogynisty in a group. Does she always seem to angle her body toward you even if she's talking to someone else? What about her feet? Sounds strange, but it's a powerful cue. If her feet are pointed toward you, even unconsciously, it means she's mentally and emotionally oriented in your direction. Now here's the one most guys never notice. When a woman is attracted to someone, she tends to expose her neck and wrists. More of these airy, vulnerable areas. Exposing them is a subconscious way of saying, I feel safe around you, I trust you. And in the world of psychology, trust is the doorway to attraction. So if you catch her playing with her necklace, brushing her hair to one side, or lightly touching her wrist while talking to you, don't dismiss it. These aren't just habits, they're emotional investment, emotional Morse code. And if you learn how to read them, you'll discover what their words are trying to hide. Sign number 10. She's emotionally invested in Yao attraction. Without emotion, that fades fast, but when a woman starts to care, not just flirt but truly care, that's when things get deep. That's when you become more than just an option. You become Samin, who matters. Emotional investment is the strongest unspoken sign of attraction. It's when she starts showing emotional tracking concern for your well-being, your mindset, or growth. So how can you tell? Start with the details. Does she remember small things you mentioned weeks ago? Your favorite drink, a tough meeting you had coming up, that one dream you shared late one night? That's not just good memory. Thoughts, emotional tracking. If she asks you how that meeting went, or sends you have a look beforehand, that's connection, thoughts, care. And then there's this does check in on you. If you're having a row week, does she ask how you're up? If something great happens, she'll celebrate with you genuinely. More importantly, does she open up about herself? Because when a woman starts revealing her own fears, dreams, frustrations, especially things she doesn't normally share, she's not just stalking. She's trusting that's sacred, and it tells you more than any compliment or flirt ever could. So ask yourself this: does she treat you like just another person in her orbit, or like someone whose opinions, thoughts, and feelings truly matter to her? If it's the latter, even if she's taken, then there's more going on beneath the surface than any O'Neills can see. She finds excuse being a sign. She finds excuses to text Oracle. You, let's be honest, people, I don't just randomly think about you and reach out. They do. It because they care, because they are on their mind. And when a woman is genuinely drawn to you, even if she's in a relationship, she'll find little ways to keep that invisible string between you alive. Sometimes it's subtle. She might send you a meme, a video, an inside joke from a conversation you had 2 weeks ago. On the surface, it seems casual but underneath, It's this, hey, I was thinking about you. You mattered to me, even if I can't say it out loud. Other times, she might text you something vague like, I just saw something that reminded me of you. Let that sink in. She's in a committed relationship, yet something in her day pulled her thoughts to you so much that she needed to tell you that. Says, in a committed relationship, not friendship, that's a slip of emotion thon. There's the classic check-in, hey, how did your project go? How was your trip? Did you end up watching that movie-ite? Sounds friendly, but it's emotionally aided, and sometimes there's a mistaken call or a mad-up reason to talk, oops, I didn't mean to call, or hey, I just wanted your opinion on something real quick. But the truth, she just wanted to hear your voice. Because attractional ways finds a way to leak out no matter how much someone tries to contain it. And final word sif. She keeps texting, calling, or finding ways to stay connected even when she doesn't. Have to, that's not convenience. Ta fast craving final words now, you know. 10 forbidden. Signs that a woman may be into you even though she's already taken, but here's the most important Ruth, recognizing. The signs is one thing, acting on them is another. Because the attraction is complex, it's messy, it's human. Just because the signs are there protestant mean you should cross a line. Be respectful, be self-aware, and most of all be wise sometimes what's meant to happen will, and sometimes recognizing a connection is enough without needing touch it. If this video gave you value, take a second to like, subscribe, and comment below. Type, I see the signs. If you made it this far, it lets us know you're learning, growing, and paying attention, and don't leave yet. If you've got Thor powerful video recommended for you. Right here, watch it now, and we'll see you back tomorrow, music.